Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear students. Today we will continue our lecture number 34. Last time we started our question number 9 and we solved our question number 9 for the arithmetic mean along with the median. Today we will continue our question number 9 for mode. In case of mode, I told you the formula was L plus Fn minus F1 into H over Fn minus F1 plus Fn minus F2. Dear students, by looking at this formula, we can check. We need frequency of model group, frequency of previous group, frequency of next group, class boundary and size. So here you can check. We have class interval, then frequency. This is class boundary. Dear students, to find model group, very simple. That has maximum frequency. To find model group, we can check the maximum frequency is 6. So we can have this group as model group because it has maximum frequency. So it is the model group. So this is lower class boundary, this is L, 4, this is F1, 6, this is Fn, frequency of model group, next is F2, next group F2. So we have all values here, we can apply these values in the formula. Therefore, mode is equal to L is 12.5 plus Fn is 6 minus 4 into 3 Fn minus F1 into H. H is size of the interval 1, 2, 3. And then Fn minus F1, 6 minus 4, then 6 minus 2. So dear students, 12.5 plus this is 6 minus 2, 4 is 2, 2, 3 the 6, and here is 6 minus 4, 2, 6 minus 2 is 4, so 2 plus 4 is again 6, that will be 1, and so 12.5 plus 1 is 13.5, that is your answer of mode in question number 9. After that we have question number 11, and remember in question number 11 we have weighted average, formula for weighted average. This is a type of average or weighted mean, you can say. Here is weighted average is x bar is equal to sigma xw over sigma w. This is our formula for the weighted average. A small w can be written under x bar. Question number 11. On a vacation trip, a family bought 21.3 liters with the price of 39.90. So first of all, we will make the column of weight, that is quantity of petrol, and x x is cost, and next column is xw. So firstly, 21.3 liters was taken and cost was 39.90. Then 18.7 liters, cost was 42.90. Next is 23.5 liters, cost was 40.90. After that, we multiply x and w to find the last column. Here is multiply 849 plus 87. Then 18.7 into 42.90, that will be 802.23, and 23.5 multiplied by 40.9, 961.15. Here is sigma w, here will be sigma xw. Remember that when you add these values, sigma w is 63.5 and sigma xw is 2613.25. Now you will apply the values here in the formula. Sigma xw 2613.25 divided by 63.5. Dear students, now you can have 41.15 rupees per liter. So this is your answer. That is weighted average. Weighted average. Here in case of weighted average we have found the answer. Dear students, after that we are going to start our next exercise. In case of next exercise, first of all, I have to write down the formulas involved in 6.3 exercise. See, in 6.3 exercise, we will have here the formula is 6.3. The related formulas we will have variance and standard deviations. Variance denoted by S square. This will be sigma x square over n minus sigma x over n whole square. Remember that this is the formula. Sigma x square over n minus sigma x over n whole square. This is variance. And this is known as direct method. After that, variance. For this is known as sigma x minus x bar whole square over n. This is known as proper mean formula. Remember that this is the formula of Rayleigh variance, that is direct method, and this formula is known as proper mean formula. Proper mean formula. And also standard deviation is standard deviation. In case of standard deviation, we have S is equal to sigma x square over n minus sigma x over n whole square whole under root. S is known as standard deviation. You will take the square root on both sides, and next is sigma x minus x bar square over n whole under root. This is known as proper mean formula for standard deviation. Dear students, after that we have a range. Range means maximum value minus initial value or smallest value. That is known as range. Maximum value and the smallest value. Here we have Exercise 6.3, question number 4. We have to find range and standard deviations. We are given range and standard deviation. First of all, we will make the column of x. Remember that here is column of x. Find the range. So first of all, we will find the value of x. 1100, 1500, 12,400, 14,500, 14,800 and 15,000. Remember that this is the column x. You know that if you want to apply this formula, you have to find x bar. So what about x bar? Sigma x over n. So what is sigma x? Here will be sigma x is equal to 68200. Sigma x is 68200. 68200 and n is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And the answer is 13640. Dear students, this is x bar. And what is x minus x bar? You will find x minus x bar. Then x minus x bar whole square. Basically, we are applying this formula. Standard deviation, the second one formula, proper mean formula. And remember, what about the range? Range is maximum value. What is maximum value? 15,000. Maximum value 15,000 and minimum value is 11,500. That will be 3,500. Dear students, that is actually your first answer of range. Now again come to this point. Now we have to subtract x bar from every x value. X bar from every x value, that will be minus 2140. And when you take the square of this number, it will be 4579600. Then this will be 12,400 minus that number. So we will have minus 1240. This number is subtracted from here. Minus 1240. And when you take the square of this number, 1537,600. Then 14,500 minus 13,640. You will have 860 and square of 860 will be 739600. And 14,800 minus 13,640, we will get 1160 and square of 1160. Check that. You can have your calculator and check your values. 1345600. After that, 15,000 minus 13,640, we are left with 1360 and When you take the square of this number 18490,600. Dear students, here is sigma x minus x bar whole square. Here was sigma x and this is sigma x minus x bar whole square. If you add all values, then we will have 10052 0 0 and 0. 10052 and 2000. Using values in this formula. Therefore, using values in S is equal to sigma x minus x bar square over n whole under root. What about that? Sigma x minus x bar whole square. It was 1005200 divided by n was 5. Yes, n was 5 under root. When you divide by 5 and then you take square root, the final answer is 1417.88 or 89. So dear students, this is the way how to find the standard deviation with the help of this formula. After that, we have question number 5, part A. Find standard deviation S for each set of values. So question number 5, part A, and you will solve then part number 2. You will solve part number 2 exactly with the help of exactly same formula. The values are very simple and easy. Here in this case, here we can apply the formulas. Dear students, question number 5, part A and second part, further second part. Question number 5, part A, second part. We are given x values. What are the x values? 3, 8, 8, 8. Yes, you can write down in ascending order. It will be easy for you. 3, 8, 8, 8. Then 3 times 9. And at the end it will be 18. Remember that first of all x bar is equal to sigma x over n. What about sigma x? Here is sigma x. Sigma x is 72. 72 and n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be 9. So x bar is 9. Next column is x minus x bar, then x minus x bar square. So 3 minus 9 is minus 6, that will be 36. 8 minus 9 is minus 1, square of minus 1 is plus 1. Again minus 1, 1, then again minus 1 and 1. 9 minus 9 is 0, 0, then 0 and 0, 0 and 0. 18 minus 9 is 9 and that square will be 81. So here is sigma x minus x bar whole square. After adding we will get 120. Dear students, for finding standard deviation we will apply the formula sigma x minus x bar whole square over n whole under root. So standard deviation is 120 over n is, yes, n was 8. So in this way we will have 15 under root, that will be 3.873. Dear students, that is your standard deviation. This data is very easy for you to understand. And with the same method you can apply the formula in the previous question. A little bit lengthy, but not so difficult. You have your calculators you can use for finding the scale and addition. I hope that you can do by yourself very easily. After that, question number 5, it's part B. Dear students, in case of question number 5 part B, you have to find the variance. This is the formula of variance. This time you will not take square root. Simply you will not take square root. And answer will be s square sigma x minus x bar whole square over n. In case of standard deviation, you take square root on both sides. And without taking square root, that is variance, and you can apply the same method, same formula to complete this question. I hope that you can do by yourself. It will be easy for you. After that, question number 6. The length of 32 items are given below. Find the mean length and standard deviation. Dear students, here in this case you can see that we are given a group data. In case of group data, we will find the mean value, and after that same method to find the standard deviation. So here is question number 6. You have to find standard deviation and mean length x bar, then standard deviation. Here is length, (20 to 22, 23 to 25, 26 to 28, 29 to 31, 32 to 34. And the frequency is given. What is the frequency here? 3, 6, 12, 3, 6, 12, 9 and 2. And you know that what is the value of x? X is the class interval. X is class mark or midpoint. So you have to find, this one is 21, 24, 27, 30 and 33. Next column is fx. Because this is group data, you have to apply the formula. Which formula? X bar is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. Here we can have the value fx. Here is 3 1 to 3, 3 2 the 6, 63, 24 and 144. Yes. Here is 27 into 12. This will be 324, then 270 and 66. Remember that sigma f is 32 and sigma fx is 861. Here you will apply 861 over 32. Your answer will be 27.093238. That is your x bar. Now dear students, again you have to find the standard deviation by this formula. You have found x bar, you will make the column x minus x bar, then x minus x bar square. Then you can take the square, then you can add them and apply this formula to find standard deviation. I hope that you can complete this question exactly according to the previous questions. Dear students, along with that, we have finished our chapter number 6. In case of chapter number 6, we have review exercise, chapter number 6. Yes, review exercise, chapter number 6. Miscellaneous exercise, chapter number 6. Now, if you have your book and you can check it, then multiple choice questions, MCQs. First part, a group frequency table is also called frequency distribution. Frequency polygon is a set of adjacent square rectangle circles, adjacent rectangles. A frequency polygon is many-sided closed figure. A cumulative frequency table is also called as less than cumulative frequency distribution table. In cumulative frequency polygon, frequencies are plotted against upper class boundaries. Yes, arithmetic mean is a measure of determine the value of variable under the study by dividing the sum of all values by their numbers. Deviation is defined as the difference of every value from the constant value. Data in the form of frequency distribution is group data. Mean of variable with similar observation, say constant k, is k itself. Mean is affected by the origin, and the second option is mean is affected by the scale. Sum of deviation of x values from its mean is always known as 0, because a sum of values and subtracted from the mean value, that will be 0. So after that, next is geometric mean, then harmonic mean. They are not related to your topics, and you can check, but in part number 13, your C part is correct, geometric mean, and similarly reciprocal of that will be harmonic mean. Most frequent value in the data is known as mode. Measure which determine the middlemost value is known as median. Observation that divides a data set into 4 equal parts, that is quartiles. And spread of scatteredness of observation in the data set is called dispersion. And these are the values of dispersion. Variance and standard deviations are the measures of dispersion. The measure that are used to determine the degree or extent of variation in a data set are called measures of dispersion. Yes, extent to variation between two extreme observations is known as range. The mean of the squared values by their arithmetic mean is known as variance. And next is square root of the standard deviation, that is known as standard deviation from the arithmetic mean. So I hope that this chapter 6 is finished, and inshallah I hope that you can do these questions which I left for you, and you can revise these questions again and again so that you can have your correct options and correct answers. So okay, Allah Hafiz and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.